All right, so we're recording. We'll have a YouTube video up later as usual. But let's see. Yes. All right. Let's get into it. I know both teams are eager to get this match started. We will shout out the professionalism and generosity of both teams. Also, the League of CPL, as we had to delay this one. It's from the week 3 matchup, but everyone was on board to delay it to this week, and we finally have our week 3 matchup underway, and it's Spartan Storm striking first. They are in blue, and a nice pass. Gravy with a little pinch to the midfield, but Big Bubble Lover, quite a mouthful. It's gonna be your orange team on display, and what a shot. Gravy rips one on target, and really liking that left side, depending on which side you're looking at. But we'll also mention, for anybody just tuning in, this is CPL, Cross Progression League, and the 2v2 as Gravy puts another one on and really pouring on for the stat sheet. But this is CPL 2v2 league, and this is GC1 to GC2. And once again, we will say week 3, but postponed. As big lead for Spartan Storm. BBL trying to get one on. There might be a chance there. Spartan Storm were awkward, but you're good turn on this. Flip reset. And a big 50 at the midfield. A shot comes through, making both players stretch. And some good pressure from BBL. Oh, Outlandish trying to reset. What's up, Bell? Almost missed the start. Yeah, we have the predictions a little bit late, so people could get in on it. As Cash, what a shot! And has 2 across the board. But a nice 1-2 combo. What a read. Not an easy one. But yeah, as we were saying, the predictions a little bit late or delayed, because we did like 2 minutes after we usually do, so it will be well into this match. I think you still got like a couple minutes to vote. But off to the side, Cash trying to move it down. Outlandish in a rough spot, and what a save. You're put in a tough bind, able to keep one out. And 3 minutes ago, we've seen some moments of good pressure, but how do they continue? And a miscue from Cash. Does this result in a goal? It does, and you're definitely one to watch for, as Yurt's had some good plays, and clearly BBL gonna be reliant on good play from Yurt. But 2:40 left in this one, 4-1. Although Gravy has possession, and that flick kind of hangs in the air. But Yurt almost gets it by. But the midfield is open. Yurt had to make a wide challenge. He does. Let's give him back. But we're almost at 2 minutes to go. Outlandish being at midfield. You're cutting quickly. And it's been really ramping things up trying to move it on and has a 50 as well. But Outlandish has to go back, and tough save there, and Yurt adds another. But more pressure from Spartan Storm trying to bolster that lead. However, that's gonna give up possession. Cash happily takes it. Given the time, can he make them pay? And not so far, although might have a chance. It hits the crossbar, and Cash moving it down, and Gravy is there to absolutely butcher whatever the hell that was. But luckily for them, they're up by 3, so play didn't matter much. But Outlandish adds another, and hold on, some momentum going in BBL's favor. They have 2 unanswered of late, and certainly need this for confidence. Gravy grab and boost, trying to catch up to the ball, and takes 2. Cash going for a play, can't connect, ran out of boost. A nice pop initially. Gravy, as Yurt is there on defense again. It's got 4 saves, but 25 seconds left. Yurt trying for a play, they need one here. Yurt denied, and that's a huge save, and Cash gonna get that security goal. It was certainly interesting sequence, as BBL definitely needed that goal, and was hard fought, almost going through, but looking like Spartan Storm securing game 1. However, BBL, they can hold their head high, knowing they played a better second half than first. So can they play a full match like that? That's what we're going to be looking at in game number 2. But early start definitely key, and it was in this one for Spartan Storm. As players happy to keep going. How long can they keep it up? There it goes. All right, 4-bit and Temple, we are good to go. Game number 2 is here, and Spartan Storm win game 1. They're up in the series. However, Yurt trying to get an early start. As we said, definitely someone to watch for BBL. Seems more of the offense, but he had a decent amount of saves as well, so certainly all over the field. But Cash trying to get a bump. Good save from Outlandish. Now Yurt trying to control, running out of time as Cash challenges on the way back. But little risky, but does complete the pass. However, Gravy staying in his lane, trying to get the 50 moving forward. And Cash gonna pick up where Gravy left off. And can get it by 1, but you got 2 players there, and now Yurt threatening, and what a save from Gravy in a rough spot, and that's gonna pinch out. Once Cash gets initial pop, can put one on, and Yurt, it's a little awkward. perhaps relying on that bump and kind of, didn't really stop anything. Those ones are tough. I feel like it should stop momentum, doesn't really. And Cash fully capitalized on that one, but Yurt is there. You leave that one up. Yurt happy to take that, put it home, and we're tied up yet again. Yurt can't get under that one, can only 50, but all over the challenge, and does get a demo as he's landing. And Outlandish just gonna quickly take a shot. Oh, Gravy. High ball. That one's a blasting touch. And Gravy gonna do it again. But might have had a chance for a score there right beyond that. But BBL able to recover. You see the demo try to come through. And almost a lead for BBL. You like to see them use the numbers to their advantage, form a good offensive play. And we're seeing Spartan Storm a little bit of a solo play after play, but still playing solid and have the challenging, having the pressure. Although, credit to the defense. Hey, thanks for the follow. Thanks, McGee, on YouTube. Even though, for some reason, we're not live on YouTube. I don't know why it died. But what a play. Cash is there. And certainly likes that right side. Skims off. And you're a little late, Cash. Tough angle, able to secure it, and that's a big goal for Spartan Storm. As much different game, BBL have locked into this one, but 2 minutes ago, down by 1, Yurt to the air, flip reset, and taken on 2. But what an effort. And Outlandish wanted to get it mid. You saw it. Just couldn't quite get the touch. And Cash trying to go low. And we're seeing some great plays from both teams. And Yurt ties it up. And a solid possession there. Skating left, right, and in. And Weir side. 2-2. And it's certainly a back and forth battle. But Gravy on defense. He sees Cash wide. Can't get it. Now Cash has to revert back to defense. And Yurt gets the pop, but gives up a little space on the flip reset. But what a play, Cash. We were watching him track it down, curious what he was going to do. It's tough to feed it midfield, but instead points it down at a quick angle, which allows him to secure the angle into the net and gains the lead again. But midfield, Gravy. As that might go back mid, but nice touch from Cash as you're waiting. 40 seconds left. Incoming. Gravy, initial touch. Gonna follow after a little accidental team bump. But BBL trying to tie it up. They're running out of time. But you're trying to take it the full way, and it's dropping in. And time and time again, you're clutching up to tie it. And is this going to OT, or is it ending right before? Well, here is there. Nice pass attempt. as Outlandish trying to feed. 5 seconds left. Yurt. Cash does not want to give a chance to Yurt. And slight touch moving forward, and now OT 3-3 as BBL certainly have ramped things up, and Yurt gets it by, and what a stat sheet from Yurt. What an effort, and does secure it in OT. BBL fight hard in game 2 and tie up the series. Yeah, certainly close game. Very back and forth. Going to OT. Definitely a good one to watch. But now both teams have a win under their belt. They know what they're facing. Now who breaks through? Cash. What a read, and almost puts it through, and Gravy, that famous crossbar, plaguing him again. I'm trying to move it down. Outlandish in a awkward spot, able to turn on this. But what an awkward play, and Outlandish can secure that. And Cash definitely wants that one back. And it jumped a little too early. Got a little too far forward on that touch. And BBL up by 1. Gravy. Nice touch. Staying with it. And gets it by 1. Showing his control. And trying to delay flicked. And Cash waiting. And you see they're close by. Gravy said, "Don't worry, I got this." And does force awkward play. Cash ready to shoot, and they tie it up. But can't get a touch, and Yurt can get a flick. And so dangerous, you give Yurt possession. And just like that, Yurt puts his team up by 1. Gravy trying to be out. Close. As he almost gets it by. 50 to the midfield. Cash just got deleted. Has to come back. But what a play from Outlandish. Moving it forward. And gets a flick. But Gravy has a piece. That's going to the corner. Gravy trying to maintain possession. Does get it by 1, but Outlandish right there. And good 1-2 combo from BBL. But now Cash might have a 1v1 chance and just shoots it quick. Here, a little awkward. And they tie it up. And we got the makings of yet another back and forth battle. High bouncer. Cash. That's going to Yurt, but gives up a little space. Gravy is there. However, Outlandish. Trying to move it on and add the numbers. But Cash knew he had a challenge not to get demoed. Gravy moving by, and what a touch from Cash, almost bouncing out.
Meep.
Meep. But Spartan Storm take the lead by 1. However, BBL, you know they have the ability to tie it right back up. And plenty of time on the clock. Outlandish moving it downfield. Might try to get a bump or 2. You're a little bit awkward in that corner. And Cash, nice control. However, gotta give credit to Outlandish. He's been playing second man and filling right after. In good position. But you're trying to make it awkward. If he could get it in front of net, Outlandish might have a chance. Gravy, just a piece. But Cash just gonna put a quick shot again, but Gravy hanging gets enough, and they both sort of lead by 2 to feel a little more comfortable in this. However, yeah, in a twos match, 154, plenty of time, but certainly BBL can't afford any more goals going through. You're to the air, flip reset, almost gets it under, but enough of a touch from the opposition. But the crossbar wins out again against Gravy. And Cash able to turn it enough to move it forward. And it's got to wait on this one. And Outlandish paving the way. But Gravy, calm and collected, staying behind it. But an awkward play, and Yurt capitalizes. Set up by Outlandish. And hits the crossbar. So tough to know if it's going in or not. You have to react. But now we see lead. Only 1. And there's plenty of time for BBL to tie it up. You're hanging out in front of net. Open to capitalize off a mistake. And big demo going back. But Gravy, what a challenge at the midfield. And Cash gonna easily take care of that one. And trying to secure it. But you're on defense. And Outlandish leaving it for your maybe a little bit of a miscue. And definitely want that one back. You're veered off. And Spartan Storm take game 3, but definitely was hard fought. Could have went either way. Now, will we have a tie series after game 4? Alright. Sovereign Heights, game 4. Spartan Storm trying to close out the series. Meanwhile, BBL trying to stay alive, trying to bring it to game 5. Who gets the early start? Outlandish ripping one on, and you can only put it to the corner. Although, might be an open net. Cash taking a little too long. And there's a good split from Gravy. And it turns around, facing the net, and rare occurrence from Yurt giving it up, but trying to pass at midfield. That allows Gravy to step through. However, is that on? Bounces out. And Cash with a good challenge and might have a shot on target. But what a save. Outlandish catches up. And big blast. Gravy in trouble. Gets a piece, and what a save. Gravy looked dead in the water, somehow got that one. And the crossbar wins out though on this offensive possession. But yeah, going back to that save, Gravy awkward landing, had to make another save right after the initial one. And somehow did it. I don't know how. And yeah, absolutely unlucky for Outlandish. As that's once in a blue moon save right there. But you're gonna focus up, try and going for the play, and enough. Has that lead challenger as well, making things awkward. Gravy knows run out of time, has to stop, and that makes the play. As tied 1 apiece. Gravy with the challenge. And missed play from Yurt, and to Gravy, who puts it right on target. Nice play. Honestly, if it was passed to me, I might have missed that. But good redirect. And up by 1 for Spartan Storm. But as many of these games could easily go the other way. BBL missed out on some chances. But you're bringing it all the way, and Outlandish risking it. Now Cash, solo possession, hangs it high, tough to challenge, and goal secured. A nice pop as well, followed by ball control in the air. And that's a 2-goal lead. Gravy, a redirect as well, and seemingly you throw it down to Gravy, and he's gonna redirect a nice shot yet again. But now, definitely a tough spot for BBL. Down by 3. As they definitely need to stop the bleeding. Need a goal. Form some sort of momentum. Can they get it? Outlandish hanging around. And feels he has to risk it. Keeping it in play. Keeping the pressure. And big demo. But followed with a touch. Yurt leaves it in front of net. Is it there? Gravy. And you could see the play form. Yurt waiting for his teammate to come through. And that internal clock ticking. So felt like he had to take the shot. Outlandish. Skating by, can almost get the touch. You could see what he was trying to do. And if he got that touch, possibly a goal. But a lot of time ticking off. Spartan Storm holding their ground on defense. And you're... What a flick. Cash enough to get it out. Now Outlandish booming it high. But what a read from Cash. Is that going all the way in? It is. Give him credit on that long goal from his own corner. 50 seconds left. Gravy padding those saves. He's got 5 and then can add another goal as well. And big game from Gravy in this one. But 40 seconds left. Spartan Storm up 6-1. And now, barring a monumental collapse, they're trying to fight for the Brazil. It's still out. Outlandish having similar crossbar problems, but Gravy clutching up with the Brazil. And what a flip reset from Gravy. Eclipses the 1,000 mark. And now the question is, 21 seconds left. If you break the Brazil, what does that mean? Here's a question. The question is if Gravy is gonna try and score it. He's thinking about it, but it's 10 years bad luck to break the Brazil, right? Well, that's a little late, but either way, thanks both teams for playing, put it on a display. I honestly think the match was a lot closer than you see on this game. Very hard fought. BBL, give credit to them. They had some great plays, played hard throughout. But Spartan Storm, if you voted for Spartan Storm, you are correct. And so there's the prediction. But I don't know who voted too. Well, yeah, you got some points going your way. But yeah, once again, we'd like to thank both teams putting on a display, allowing us to stream. Also, everybody in chat, you know you're always appreciated. Thanks for hanging out. Whether you chat or just watch, your support means a lot. GG's. There's Clash's debut on Spartan Storm, so give him credit. He's on stream for Spartan Storm, but now he has to report the match, and he doesn't know how. And man, if only we had a video to show him how to do it. But as far as this recording for the cast, that's gonna do it. So once again, thanks, and tune in for the next cast or stream.